Okay, everyone, we'll do one more video, and then I want to go do what I kind of planned on today to ask all of you what the fuck is wrong with you. You know, I've been around the block or two around this country, and I dealt with a lot of weird ass personalities. However, whatever this shit is that you've got going on by producing content is disgusting. Like, I'm like so disgusted by all of you and your influence. It's so gross. The fact that you as audience aren't saying anything, the fact that you are still having to be coached to make a video, and then when you do make a video, you act like a frickin' Fruit Loop, and then nothing changes until you go viral, and then you turn into a popcorn actress where you pretend to care about people. However, people can see right through that shit. Yet they still give them brand deals. That's the concern, is that no one's saying that that's not right. That what you've done to me is wrong, girl. So you sitting over there getting all giggly about Gary Vee eating dinner at some weird ass restaurant with that weird ass girl, and then posting a video about it, getting no views, bragging that you know a third person that saw him, the thing with the thing and the thing and the thing with, like, literally, what are you actually catching in action is what I want to know. You might want to consider that it's also a setup. Not even for the girl that's producing the piece of content, but the person who knows the girl who's producing the piece of content. So now we can't trust anybody or no influencers, not because of really, even it's as simple as taking a photo of someone eating, which is extremely fucking rude. It's extremely rude. Like, what in the fuck is wrong with you is what I would have said. Learn how to be a human being. Oh, now I'm going to hurt your feelings because what? You're a psychopath. See, only a person who has mental illness would behave the way that you're behaving, because you enjoy that kind of uplift of anxiety to fuel your ego versus doing something for the world or for your community instead of you wanting to be a viral piece of content where you violate professionals. This is what's wrong with the world today, folks. None of you give two shits, but you give a shit about the network and the Ponzi scheme, which is a freaking catastrophe. Us watching you make a video where you cry, and this is literally Taylor, the Mormon girl. She dances, and then during the video, she goes like this to instigate for somebody else. To instigate to one of you who are crying yourselves to sleep at night. You're the fucking customer. This is a huge revelation for those of you who are literally, what, are you still asleep to this shit? There's no fucking way that anybody would look at Mona Van and be interested in what she has to say. The fact that you are still willing to pose for video and allow this shit to go out into the internet. I mean, come on. I've made how many pieces of content, and you have literally said on your platform that all you got to do is make a plethora of content. But you didn't say the part where you have to act like a fraud and a fake. You lie and say that people have to be authentic. Well, guess what? This is authenticity, and you shine on inauthenticity to show us that inauthenticity amongst your nasty ass network is more valued by the nastiest people in this world than being an authentic person, because I have expectations for all of you to learn to do right by people, not what Mona Van does, not what your nasty ass followers do, not what you write in the comment section, I don't want your fucking likes and loves. I don't want your validation. I don't want shit from you except for you to shut your mouth and do something that's going to help somebody else. Not bully them into submission, which is all this network is doing on influencer platform, while they brag to people's faces about how they got $15,000 from Planet Fitness. The fact that you'd be willing to sell out your customer, to diminish your customer, to where now it's unsafe to go to Planet Fitness because you thought it was valuable to have somebody with 365,000 bots following them with a comment section of all paid for bots. Paid for likes and loves and comments. All that shit that you see is paid for to TikTok to occur as if they're successful, and then your business doesn't grow, it just sits where it's at. You have no education and no entertainment, no marketing skills except to irritate the fuck out of all of us, while you value the youth more than you do the educated individuals of this country, while you overshadow intelligence while showing Mona Van sitting there going, I eat popcorn. Huh? How sick are you? Like, literally, are you really that stupid? All of you. You would rather let a trash heap whore named Mona Van produce nasty content in my country, Gary V, than actually do right by the American people. Example is her standing there supporting Watermelon and talking about the biggest debate is what nameplate she's going to put at the seating chart, while she invites a weird ass Indian to sit at her podcast. Well, she says, I just want everyone to eat clean, while she starves herself to death. And then Gary Vee praises her in the process. What a bunch of sick-ass individuals you are. All of you. Every last one of you who've ever gone up to her and was friendly to her ass. None of you have ever been brave enough to produce any sort of content like this. Not even Gary Vee himself. Not even Gary Vee himself was brave enough to talk to Obama the way that I talk to Obama, because I don't give a fuck about Obama. I don't give a shit about those of you living in the Middle East. You hear me? I don't give a shit about none of your nasty ass rich asses. I grew up next to lots of fucking money, but the kind of money that you want near you, not this dirty shit that Mona Van's got in her fucking back pocket that come from her fucking daddy. This girl clearly showed in that fucking picture session on her Instagram or her TikTok story or whatever fucking story that she put it on, that she is not a professional. Because when you work for someone else, which is what she does for that EWG group, is you do not behave like that. Especially when an irate customer is going to try to close down your business. And that's what she doesn't understand, which means she's never worked a day in her fucking life, which means she thinks that no laws apply to her. And that's what you all have developed in the minds of these Hollywood wannabe celebrities. What you've developed in these influencer little children minds, while they say, well, I like forgiveness, and what I do in the morning is I have a routine, and then I do shit, and then that's all I do, and then I lay there and take a photo. No, what she really means is she doesn't do shit until she feels like it, and then her maid does it for her, or her chef does it for her, until she needs a piece of content to violate the audience. And then none of you say anything. This is the real part that really always gets me every time. Thousands of pieces of content produced on all sorts of media, legacy media, including The View. You're that much of a weak-ass individual that you cannot have real conversations with people who are real humans in this country, because you're not real people. You're terrorists. And that's for you, The View. That's for you, The View. So while Whoopi Goldberg and her cohort, whose husband is now going to prison for abuse of the system because she thought, which means everything about who you are, Sonny, you're a criminal just like your husband, who you tried to promote on platform by telling us he's a Haitian. Now we know your true colors, and more will come out, Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and all you other freak asses that are so fucking weird that everybody is so aware of it, but we didn't know how to stop them until Donald Trump showed up. And that's what we're going to do. And that's for all of you, you little